Do you ever feel like something needs to change, but revolution? A bit scary. And you can't even distract yourself because bread and circuses are too expensive. And honestly, you just need a nap. Well, you're not alone right now. What's going on currently makes sense to very few. Even the billionaires who want to help have no clue what to do. Meanwhile, I've spent 4 years getting to the bottom of this, and what I found, you might not believe. But hold that thought, because to understand what's about to happen in culture, we need to take a little trip back to 1776. Oh, hot out there. Anyway, 250 years ago, this guy, Thomas Paine, wrote this tiny little pamphlet called Common Sense in plain English, in a language that about anyone, at least at the time, I have trouble with some of these words now, could understand. In a population of only 2.5 to 3 million, it sold enough copies to be considered viral by today's standards. And this was in the time of the printing press. Within 6 months, the American colonies stopped arguing about reform and declared their independence. So what was so special about this pamphlet? How did it put an end to the madness? 2 things really. 1, it declared what everybody was feeling in plain words anyone could understand. And 2, it gave a clear direction that wasn't just policy or reform, the things we had tied up all of our time and attention on fighting over. Sound familiar? Fast forward 250 years, we're way beyond the printing press. So look at all of our content, all of our media that we're being inundated with on a daily basis. The content we see now, the media, the news, is very good at diagnosing the problem, but almost none of it does the second part, provide a clear direction of how to get out of this insanity. We know this isn't working. We know that more policy and reform ultimately isn't going to fix everything. Nobody wants to do a revolution. And luckily, we don't have to, because there are hundreds of solutions out there that just make common sense. You're just not hearing about them on the news. For 4 years, I've been researching and sharing the stories of more than 300 movements for a new economy. In fact, if you're from the US or UK, chances are you've seen my face before on the internet. I've learned about these movements. I've learned about the mechanisms that will inspire widespread actions toward these movements to create a fairer economy for all. I've even written 2 guides on it, and I'm about ready to debut those to the world. But right now, the pain point is that I've been doing all of this while homeless. Right now, this is my bed. This crowdfunder is the first transaction of a new economy I've spent 4 years of my life dedicated to getting out into the world. We are so close to making a breakthrough, so I'm going to the people, directly to you, to help make the next 12 months possible. In February of this year, my video on Scotland's community wealth building bill went so mega viral that it inspired Scotland's own newspapers to report on it. And weeks later, at the passing of the bill, it was actually cited. Community wealth building is one of the movements that fundamentally rewires wealth and power to create a fairer economy that's better for both wealthy and poor. I mean, the bill passed 103 to nothing unanimously across party lines. More importantly, this content is inspiring people to ask, how can I start? And get this started in their own neighborhoods and communities, because these things have practical steps. It shows people the fairer economy and better future for all that is possible. But due to me spending most of my energy just on survival, barely any of these videos ever get posted. So imagine if not only I could post consistently, but I could teach these techniques to other creators building a fairer future. So I'm asking you for your support, so over the next 12 months, I can be supported to have a survivable income and the funding to be able to do the work. Starting off with a 12 podcast series highlighting the stories of these solutions that you're just not hearing about. The people who have been in the trenches and doing the work and finding what works for 10, 20, 30 years and are ready to share it with the world, as well as a map of the 300 movements so you can easily find them and get started in your own neighborhood. Help me be supported to do this work and get the word out. We can heal our collective pain points on everything from the loneliness crises to the climate crises with a little common sense. And I'm so excited to do this and have done it through such painful circumstances. But right now, I need out. Will you help make it happen?